Good morning. This is Mountain Man Mike, and today we're going to put together a video using the Charbroil Big Easy True Infrared cooker smoker that my wife got me last summer. I just love it. We're going to do a turkey in it over Thanksgiving, and I kind of like to combine things. One of the things that we ran into recently is dry brining versus wet brining. So we're going to combine the elements of dry brining along with the typical beer can chicken, or in this case beer can turkey, using the Charbroil Big Easy True Infrared. The first step we're going to do is we're going to dry brine the turkey, which we've got set up on the table. And our first step is going to be to pat dry the turkey. It's been defrosting for a couple days now. And then we're going to set up the dry brine. The dry brine itself is primarily salt, but I've mixed in some of my favorite rub that I use for grilling and smoking. It's one I use for ribs. So the amount typically suggested is roughly 1 tablespoon per 5 pounds. This is a half tablespoon measuring, and it says to start on the breast, the inside, the outside. We're going to rub it all over. We're also going to add some aromatics, and we're going to finish drying it off. But we're also going to put it in a bag, which I've lined the basket to the Big Easy with to make it a little easier to get it in there. And I think in this case I'm going to probably do the inside cavity last. Just rubbing in, pressing it down, much like you would your chicken or your ribs in warmer climates. Hand models courtesy the Sausage Factory. I'm just going to pat that in. I'm going to do this all over the bird. Okay, now I've got a liberal amount of the dry brine on the turkey. I'm going to hoist it up and get the last bit of the moisture off of there. It's dripping down, and I'm going to slide it into that bag. That will make it a little easier to apply the dry brine to the cavity of the turkey. Where'd you go? So I've got about 4.5 to 5 tablespoons of the combination salt and dry rub on the bird now. I'm going to add the rest of the aromatics into the cavity on the back side. I think that'll add a nice bit of flavor. And the aromatics consists of some rosemary, some dried parsley, some herb de Provence, and again we got the dry rub inside, and from there take the bag off of the basket, hoist it up a bit. You want to get the air out of this as much as possible. So we're going to squeeze that off. And this is going to dry brine for 2 to 3 days. The first day it'll be breast side up, and then each day we're going to take it out and we're going to give it a little rub down, take it to the spa, treat it right, and then back in the cooler. So we will check with you tomorrow. Okay, day 2, and we're just going to give this little bird a little massage. Got the rub in there. It's been in the cooler for a day. It's looking pretty good, smelling kind of good. I'm just going to take him to the spa, give him a little rub down. And the bag that I used is a roasting bag, one of your turkey oven bags. And it, as you can see, it fit really well in the basket. Did a nice job of sliding the little guy right in there. The brine calls for roughly 1 tablespoon of dry brine for every 5 pounds of your bird. This bird is not quite 21 pounds, so I'm going with about 4.5 of the salt, along with maybe an extra tablespoon or 2 of the dry rub. So we're just going to give him a little shot to the spa. Sometimes that feels a little creepy. And tonight we will remove him from the bag and let him dry out in the cooler overnight, and we'll drop him in the Charbroil Big Easy True Infrared tomorrow. So we're looking forward to that. Real nice Thanksgiving with the family. Okay, cheers.
Happy Thanksgiving, 214.
You betcha. Our
Foster beer.
Our traditional beer can turkey is going to be done in the Charbroil Big Easy. And salute to my mother-in-law, otherwise known as graham crackers, Big Z. And this morning I've got the cooker preheating. You want to get it going about 10-15 minutes before you put your bird in.
And that's paprika you're putting on there?
This is our barbecue rib rub. And in the beer can, our traditional Foster's beer can, we've mixed in some herbs, some red pepper, some tarragon, and some oregano. And I'm going to have you insert the beer can. Your lid jams.
Okay, here we go. That's kind of hard to get in. Oh, there, I got it in.
Okay. Maybe we should name that a Francis beer, huh?
Yeah.
Whoop.
Oh wait, it ain't even.
Okay.
No, you got it.
Okay, now we're in there even. Should we push it down?
No, he's going to be just resting right there on that rack. He's going to be fine.
Okay, and he's little.
And I'm going to need you to take the monitor.
Okay.
And we're going to just walk it right on over to the cooker.
Okay, I'm going to go with it now.
Yeah, walk slow, and I'll carry the basket. Follow us.
Okay. Hey, Stephen. Oh, that's kind of hot.
Behind it.
Okay, now what do I do?
Okay, you go around it.
Oh, go around it?
Yeah.
Okay, I did pretty good.
Okay.
Okay.
Lower it in there.
Oh, that's going to be neat. Now, how long is this going to take, do you think?
We've got the timer temperature module set to 120 degrees. When it gets up to 120 degrees, we're going to open it up. We're going to put some foil over the breasts so that they don't overcook. And then we're going to set it to 180 degrees to get the whole bird. This should take about an hour before the alarm goes off. So we'll check it then.
Alrighty. Good luck, turkey. Oh, it's a... We ready?
Yes, we're checking it right now.
Oh, that's really a nice brown one.
And
So
it's
you
got-
turned down the temperature, Michael?
I did, and it's got right there. We're going to put our probe in, get our temperature checked. Right now it's reading 147 degrees.
What does it have to go to?
It needs to get to 180, but I want to check it in more than one spot to make sure we're not up against bone.
You're getting very professional, Michael.
They're at about the same place, same temperature, not quite 150 degrees. I think I'm going to leave the lid off and let that go.
Why are you
now
going to
it's-
leave the lid off?
It's been in the cooker for not quite 1 hour. I'm going to let it go a half an hour more and check the temperature because I don't want to blacken the skin. I want it that nice brown.
I like this right here, Michael.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
I'm gonna get my iPad. I'm gonna get my.
Okay, so we're right about 1 hour into our cooking, and I tell you, that thing looks just fantastic. I'm gonna take our boy's temperature. And we're looking at about 127 degrees. Okay, I think the temperature that I took last time, about 150 degrees, might have been offset by the real high heat, and I turned it down since then. It's gone to 128. Check the other side. And that's giving me a reading of 158. Ooh, up in the 196, so I think it must have hit bone or metal. Okay, and we're back in the 140, 135 range. Okay, so I'm going to go with that. And the bird looks pretty darn dark on the breast side. So I'm going to cover it with some foil. That does get hot. I'm going to go back to one of the probes there to help slide that aluminum down where it's covering, getting better coverage. We certainly don't want to burn it. And I'm going to leave the lid up, and we're going to check it again in another 30 minutes. Okay, Grams, we're going to check her out one more time.
It's a voice. Okay. Oh my God, Michael, that looks good. Isn't that nice and evenly browned?
It looks good, and we should be up to temp. Still climbing. Okay.
Is it done?
We are in good shape.
Okay, now you're going to bring it out.
Yep. I'm going to lift it.
Did Philip make that for you?
No, I had another.
Oh
Okay.
My goodness, you don't have hardly any mess, huh?
Right out of the basket.
Oh my God, Michael, that looks good. The good old Swift butterball with the beer in the bottom. Moose, that looks good, huh? Did you like the
Okay. We've got, ooh-wee. Okay. And we're going to let it set for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Get some of those juices back in the bird.
Uh-huh.
And we'll take her out of there and carve her up. Have a great Thanksgiving meal.
Okay,
Okay, now we're going to take the glass bowl. You want to hold that?
Uh-huh. Let me move over here. Okay.
We'll pull out the drawer with the drippings in it.
Into the Pyrex bowl it goes. And Moose, don't you get your nose over here. Oh my God. That smells good.
And we'll separate the fat out of there and make us some good gravy.
You don't have any pie?
Oh, I need you to cut me some.
So Grandma, again, we did the turkey in a charbroil, true, big easy, infrared, using the traditional method that we've had over the past few years with the Foster's beer can, and we did the dry brine. What do you think about continuing to do it this way?
This is an excellent Thanksgiving, and this will be the Lancaster Davis Hubert Family Tradition Turkey Swift Butterball. Excellent. Juicy. Couldn't be any better.
Thank you, Grams. We love you.
Okay.
So to recap the Thanksgiving adventure that we had. The Charbroil Big Easy True Infrared did a really nice job. What I really liked about it was the crispy skin. The turkey was very moist, very tender, but structurally it didn't break down, and I really appreciated that. Some of the wet brines I've done in the past haven't given us that. It's gotten a little bit mushy, like it's the salt had broken down too much of the tissue. But this was really well done. Family loved it. Now we get to have those incredible Thanksgiving leftovers, and one of the things I like to do with turkey that's left over from Thanksgiving, instead of the sandwiches, and I think I saw on a show last night about putting in a hash with your vegetables and stuff. One of my favorite things is to do a turkey enchilada. Essentially you pull off the turkey and you soak it in the green enchilada sauce, and take your tortillas through the same process. A little pepper jack cheese on it, some olives, dress it up with a little cilantro, and they come out really nice. The 1 tablespoon of salt on the dry brine, 1 tablespoon per 5 pounds, is a pretty darn good ratio. I noticed it did pick up a little bit of flavor from the rub, and that just a hint of it. No, it wasn't a powerful or overwhelming bit of flavor, but it was a nice flavor added to it. Again, the crispy skin. As I was carving the meat off the bones last night, there was still a whole bunch of crackly skin there. I appreciated it. Our Boston Terriers appreciated it. It was just a really good thing, and really impressed with the Charbroil Big Easy, and going to be using it for many years to come. Thank you for watching this video, and hope to have more of them for you.